Hi. Hi. It's Sailor Moon. Me, Serena, Sailor Moon. Or Serena Sakino, Sailor Moon. And today I'm making a YouTube live stream. Now I know I made one before, but I took that one down because I didn't like what I was doing with that one. I didn't like how it was going. I only had Tuxedo Mask and Queen Beryl on there when I truly wanted to make it longer and have my other friends on there. So let's get into it. In the Sailor Moon followership, which I am a follower of and have been since 2008 YL, there are a lot of ups and downs when it comes to being in the Sailor Moon followership. One of the ups is that you are a follower of a well liked, well on looked, I guess, if a drawing film is on looked, you know, the only downside is that you don't always get the same on look from the rest of the followership. What do I mean? In the beginning, there are there were those in the Sailor Moon followership who only like, who only like uh, the Toei one. And at the time, the only English one there was Deacon Cloverway and Pioneer. If you were a follower or a lover of the Deke or the Cloverway or the Pioneer English offshoot of Sailor Moon, you were met with hate. There would have been Sailor Moon followers who would say you're not a true Sailor Moon follower or lover or whatever you want to call it if you like the Deke and Cloverway English offshoot of Sailor Moon. And that used to be the thing. Back in the day, there used to be that kind of hate that used to come from. Not so much anymore, but it was a thing at one time. You know, folks that would, tell you that you're not a true Sailor Moon follower since you watched the Deke and Cloverway English work. Um, at the end of the at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know. Then when the Viz one came out, and 24 between YL when the Viz one came out, everyone hopped on that one, and the hates. I don't know if the hate truly went away. I don't know if it went away, but I do know that's the one that everyone says that you need to watch or you need to offshoot from if you want to get on look in a Sailor Moon followership. As of right now, I have no followers. I have no watchers. I have one watcher that comes on and off. I had two and they went away. Yeah, well, I guess my live stream isn't as glee as I thought it would be. I came on thinking I was going to get. I came on thinking I was going to get, all these folks watching my YouTube live stream. And I get no one. Is it that what I'm talking about is boring? Is the name wrong? Did I pick the wrong time? Who knows? I don't know. How long am I going to go before someone comes on? I don't know. They'd be like, oh, well, Sailor Moon. They'd be like, Serena, you meatball head. If you would have told your followers and other folks on YouTube you were making a YouTube live stream today, then more folks would have come on. Well, I didn't know I was going to be making a YouTube live stream at 2:21 in the afterday. So forgive me. I know I'm not one of the most on looked and not one of the most well known to the Sailor Moon followership here on YouTube. So at the end of the day, I might not be on everyone's beloved list. But I thought that I would get a shift out. Well, need be, I will. I don't know. So I have to clear my throat. Anyway, Now we go back to a old bind. I guess it's a hang up of the YouTube live stream when it's telling folks they're watching you, they're not watching you. Oh, let the fun begin. All right, thank you. Yes. So so anyone who just came on should know that in the beginning, well, there goes the first watcher. They come and go. They leave, they come back, they leave, they come back. I'm going to write that off as a YouTube flaw, a mistake, and not someone choosing to come in and out on a live stream. So if you're still watching, or if that's some kind of YouTube flaw, okay, there's a thumbs up. Well, how can someone thumb up your film and not be watching your film at the same time? I don't know. So, for anyone who doesn't know, when I first came on YouTube, this is way back in 2008 YL, and you were first in the Sailor Moon followership, you would get some love and some hate. The hate, you might ask, comes from those from the Sailor Moon followership who hated the Deacon, Cloverway, and Pioneer English work. Those who bitched about everything that was wrong about it. Everything from names and hi Scott, thank you. So when you're on the Sailor Moon followership, and and I became one of the Sailor Moon followership on YouTube in 2008 YL, if you came out and said that you liked the Deke and Pioneer offshoot of Sailor Moon or Cloverway, you would be met with some hate. Folks that hated Deke and Cloverway for all kinds of sake and grounds. Over names being shifted, stead names being shifted, strike names being shifted, the voice, the speaking show players, or whatever you call folks that do speaking. They would tell you, "Oh, you're not a true Sailor Moon follower if you like the Deke one, you like the Cloverway one." And back then, Deke and Cloverway were the only ones around. It wasn't until 24 between YL and Viz came along and got the rights to do the Sailor Moon that those haters, or whatever you want to call them, backed off and went to that one. It says, "Let the fun begin." Yes, we let the fun begin. It said, "I've been watching Sailor Moon since 2022 YL. I watched the full time." Well, glad to hear that. So, anyway, time to get into this other thing. So, I've been watching now the Viz offshoot, where all they do is just put it in English. But I offshoot the borrowed names. I offshoot, the French and the Greek and the Spanish and the Farsi borrowed names, and the Latin borrowed names that Deke and Cloverway gave to them when I do it. And a lot of folks like to, and a lot of folks like to say that this is the one that everybody wished they got back in the day. But sadly, you didn't get that one back in the day. When I think of Sailor Moon, I'll always first think of Deke and Cloverway before I think of Viz. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Viz and I like Deke and Cloverway. I like Atlantic. I like Renaissance Atlantic. Now, a little word for you folks that don't know. The ownership of Sailor Moon isn't fully owned like you think. Yes, Sailor Moon itself is half owned by Neo Takiguchi and Toei. The other half of Sailor Moon, the Deke offshoot of Sailor Moon, is owned by DMX News, which now owns Deke. Well, Deke was bought by Tokijar, which sold over to them, and they own that offshoot of Sailor Moon. Now, whoever owns the right to the Cloverway take on Sailor Moon, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. And Renaissance Atlantic, which is owner was Frank Wand, who was the owner of Renaissance Atlantic. He worked with Siobhan and Disney with the Power Rangers. And since since his business hired tune makers to make that Sailor Moon, and since they offshooted so many things into Sailor Moon that wasn't the same, the ownership was unlike. So Naoko Takiguchi and Toei don't have any ownership over that offshoot of Sailor Moon. That belongs to That belongs to Frank Wand and Renaissance Atlantic. DMX News owns the rights to the DiC offshoot of Sailor Moon and all the other DiC stuff. That was formerly owned by DiC, formerly owned by Disney, formerly owned by, Century Free Communications, formerly owned by Siobhan, owned by DiC, and unso and unso. Now, why is there so many folks out there who hate my DiC and Cloverway offshoot? I do not know. The only guess I can come up with is that years later, when they got the interweb, either at their Learn or at the Book House, and they looked up Sailor Moon, or somehow they were lucky and got a Reckoner at their home, which many folks still couldn't afford until years later. And they probably looked up and it's like, oh, so that's where DiC offshooted that from. Oh, so that's where Cloverway got that from. Oh, I hate that. And they started to build up this hate to it, this unlike to it, if you want to call it that. And it just kind of snowballed after that. And since then, it's been a thing. But ever since Viz came along and started and got the right to do Sailor Moon, they no longer are bitching at the DiC and Cloverway offshoot of Sailor Moon anymore. They're no longer giving Sailor Moon followers a hard time. You see, they like to behave like they were gatekeepers. It said Serena do a hangout with the Power Rangers. Well, that's hard to say. There were so many Power Ranger or Might Keeper teams over the years, and I have them, they're all over in the room somewhere. I don't know. But yes, we did have an overlap between them when the mighty shifting Might Keepers, we overlapped it with them in the early beginnings when we were fighting Queen Beryl, Lord Zed, and Rita Repulsa. But as far as ever doing anything on YouTube with them, I don't know. They're all over the stead. All the Power Ranger dolls, either the Irwin and the Bandai ones, they're all over the stead. So I don't know where they're all at. A lot of folks also. So a lot of folks in the Sailor Moon followership, like to they like to gatekeep. There are some folks who will gatekeep. And if you think the hate for Sailor Moon, DiC, and Cloverway offshoot is bad, then which just overlap to the Power Rangers or the Might Keepers. There are folks out there who love Siobhan's first 8-year ownership. Like Siobhan's 8 years ownership, the 9 between 93 YL to 2001 YL, hated the Disney's ownership for about 9 years, 2001 YL to 2010 YL, hated the other Siobhan ownership for 8 years, 2010 to 28 between YL, and don't know if they like the Hasbro ownership for 4 years. So there are folks out there that either don't know if they like Siobhan, Disney, Siobhan, or Hasbro. Some folks who love all the Siobhan stuff, but hate all the Hasbro stuff. I mean, there are folks who love all the Siobhan stuff, that hate all the Disney stuff, they hate all the other Siobhan stuff, and hate all the Hasbro stuff. And then there's folks that like all of it, like me, Siobhan, Disney, Siobhan, Hasbro. Now, you might think, where do we go into this? How did we even get into that? Let's talk about names now. There's always going to be a big hang up in the Sailor Moon followership over names. What's my right name? In the Toei world, in the Viz world, my name is Usagi. And some say this is a Dawnlandish borrowed name. It is a borrowed name. But I don't really know if there's too many folks out there with the name Usagi. I don't know. They say it means hair of the moon or something. But that is not who I am, all right? So in the Deke and the Cloverway world and the Pioneer world, because Pioneer did the 3 films, my name is Serena. That's the world I'm offshooted from. Yeah, I may have been born the same year of Usagi. I might be the same the same year. I might be 44 years old. I may have been Sailor Moon like her, but her world and my world are not really that much the same. All right? This YouTube fairway has always been about the Deacon and Cloverway world, not the Viz world, not the Toei world. You know, I kind of offshoot between all that shit, but at the end of the day, it's the Deacon and Cloverway world. And so many Sailor Moon followers out there will just call me Usagi. When I know it's Serena, it's almost as if they choose to forget that the Deacon and Cloverway ever was. Then if you go to Renaissance Atlantic, my name would be Victoria. So, oh yeah. So which is it? I'm gonna tell you. For you folks in the Toei and Viz side, I'm gonna be fair with you. All right? My full name is Serena Usagi Tsukino. For you Toei Viz folk. For you Renaissance Atlantic folk, it would have for you Renaissance Atlantic folk, it would have been Serena Victoria Tsukino. And hell, in the Viz and Cloverway world, it's just Serena Usagi Campbell. Oh yeah, that was right. Campbell was going to be my kin name. Yeah, Serena Victoria Campbell from Renaissance Atlantic Sailor Moon. That was my kin name until it became Tsukino. Oh. So hi, it says that's awesome. Hi Serena. And a lot of folks ask me, how can I still be Sailor Moon after all these 44 years? After fighting Queen Beryl, fighting Ellen and Anne, which weren't truly evil, but just you know, fighting the Death Phantom, which had, Emerald and, which had Diamond and Sapphire and Emerald and Rubius, lied to them about the Earth, dealing with the team of bad behavior, which hit with Tomo was was taken over by the Outsiders, and they had Lady 90 and King Pharaoh King. They had King Overling 90 going in and dealing with Queen Helen Elena and the Dark Moon Big Top, dealing with Madness and Sailor Galaxia. How did I go from dealing with that to offshooting with the Kingdom of Hell, dealing with Lucifer, dealing with Lord Zed, Rita Repulsa, and Queen Beryl again, dealing with, Wolfman and Hart, dealing with Lucia again, then offshooting into some kind of hang up with Wicked, which we had Madness again, and now dealing with this Queen Morga. I don't know. Somehow I did. And a lot of folks over the year, and I guess I should bring some of my friends on. That's the thing. Well, I'll see how much time I have to bring all my friends on. Let's read some more of these things. Well, so far I have 3 thumbs up, 1 watcher, and you have no way to know who's watching you. YouTube will just say, well, here's watching you, and that's it. And a lot of folks have this belief. They think the first one that comes on is someone from YouTube. But guess what? I got no truth to back that up. If it was someone from YouTube and you said something, it's like, well, they can't say anything. I don't know. So, anyway, everyone keeps asking about. Sorry about clearing my throat. I'm so sorry about that, but all this shit happens. There's nothing I can do about it. If someone doesn't like that, well, I'm sorry about that. So, anyway, let's get into this whole thing. So, there are some folks out there who wonder, is I'm going to have a new show? Is it going to happen? Well, next year, Sailor Moon Cosmo or Sailor Moon World will start next year, and that breaks down into two halves, and that follows Sailor Stars. And after that, I think it will be it. I don't think there's going to be any more stuff after that. That's going to come to Netflix sometime next year, and after that, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if there's going to be any more Sailor Moon stuff after that. And who knows how long Viz's deal for the Sailor Moon stuff goes for. You see, Viz can't see, unlike DMX and unlike Renaissance Atlantic, they can have ownership over their offshoot of Sailor Moon because they made a lot of shifts to it. But Viz, all they did was just do the English work. So at the end of the day, there isn't any big shifts to it that they could say, okay, that's theirs. So when the deal gets pulled, that's it. You know. As of right now, you can see my show on Hulu. You can also see it on Tubi. You can also see it on Watch Cartoons Online, all offshoots if you wanted to. And you can also see it on Netflix, but Netflix only seems to have the rights only to the Hearst followings right now. So I know I got to bring someone else on here. Sorry for clearing my throat. I really have no running lead over it. It just happens. You know? And how long am I going to do this YouTube live stream for? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. That is one of the downsides. Is you don't know how long you're going to do your live stream for, and you don't know how long you're going to make it for. You kind of know where you're going with and what you're going to do on it, but you don't know how long someone's going to be. Oh, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Sorry I'm late. It's all right. Being late's all right. I have been late for 44 years of my life to all kinds of stuff. Being late getting to learn, late to getting to Red Hill Worship House, which you would know is Cherry Hill's temple. So I've been late getting to Steads for 44 years of my life, just like you, Usagi, would be late for the same years. Only unlike you, I never had to sit in the hall. You know, I had to stand in the hall, but I never had a sign. I never had a runner written around me said, "I'm late. I'm the loser." You know, I never had hold this can of water on top of your head as a handicap for not getting to learn late. Oh, the fuck. Where am I going with this? All right. Where are we? So, I just want to tell you, Sailor Moon or Serena or Usagi or Victoria. My name's Serena. Yeah. Why do they keep giving you too many names? It's misleading. And all the offshoots of Sailor Moon, my name's Beryl. It didn't shift. My name is Beryl from all the offshoots of Sailor Moon, except how they shift the way you looked. I asked your forgiveness. Yeah. Your name may have been Beryl in all the offshoots of Sailor Moon, but Renaissance Atlantic, they made you look on like. They gave you a starship. When did I ever ride on a starship? You did in the Renaissance Atlantic Sailor Moon. Yeah, that'd be like saying you rode on those sailing ships. Hey, well, Deep did happen. Bandai or Irwin did happen to make them for my show, even though they really were more offshooted for the Renaissance Atlantic Sailor Moon, which didn't see the light of day until only now. Yeah, but you're still the same way. What do you mean that I'm still the same way? My name is Serena. Don't call me Usagi. Give it up. You could say your name is Serena, but they're never going to call you that. Why? I don't know. Because they just don't want to call you that. Because a lot of these folks out there in their mind, they're big followers of the Viz work. They don't like the Cloverway or the Deke work, so they're not going to call you that. So you just give up that fight, all right? Because they're just never going to get it. In their mind, they think they can't understand why they just don't want to call you it. Why tell you my name's Serena? Why they gotta call me Usagi for? Why they gotta call me Victoria for? I know this YouTube Fairway Sailor Moon is about the Deacon Cloverway work. Why don't they understand that? I don't know. I don't know. Yep, this is me, Sailor Moon here with Queen Beryl. Former foe, now friend now. Yeah, until you fuck my hair up. What do you mean till yeah. You don't know Sailor Moon healed me last year. Well, God and Jesus working through Sailor Moon healed me last year. And now we're friends. Yeah. The one thing I don't have to worry about, Beryl says, is my name. I don't have to worry about every Sailor Moon offshoot and someone out there saying, "Oh, your name's not Beryl." Well, my name's Beryl in every offshoot of Sailor Moon. Well, good for you then, because folks keep calling me Usagi when I say it's Serena. You know, I know you're Serena. Hello. It said talking to the being. It said I'm talking to someone in this talk. Sorry, I know you're Sailor Moon. Hello. Yeah. Well, if you do know my name is Serena, then why do you always keep on calling me by the name of whoever from the Viz and the Toei work? And don't tell me that's the one you grew up on. No, that's the one that you didn't grow up on. You grew up on the Deke and the Cloverway one. You only happened to see the Toei and the Viz one years later. And sadly, I got a lot of gatekeeping on me for that. Yeah, it's true, Queen Beryl says. It's true. Some of you folks weren't here a long, long time ago. And you should be thankful that these Sailor Moon followers who hate the Viz they hate Deke and Cloverway, but they love Viz, aren't giving us a hard time anymore. Yeah, there used to be folks a long time ago used to give us a hard time. They'd say, "Oh, you like Deke, you like Cloverway Sailor Moon? Well, you're not a true Sailor Moon follower. Oh, you're not calling them by their Dawnlandish borrowed names? Well, you're not a true Sailor Moon follower. Oh, what's that? You don't got every Bandai and Irwin doll ever made. You're not a true Sailor Moon follower." That used to be the bullshit that I used to hear. Not anymore, but at one time, that was what I had to put up with. And I used to get bullied and guilted and shamed starting from 2008 YL to about 20 until about 23 but 23rd between YL. And you might ask yourself, when did the bullying start? We didn't make our first film until December 11th or 5th between 2008 YL. But the bullying had already started even before the first film ever dropped. But now we don't care about that anymore. What's going on? Everything's doing well. Everything's doing great in the Sailor Moon followership these days, even though we don't get on look. Yeah, Queen Beryl said, what is it with folks who do doll shows or whatever? Why they don't get any on look in the Sailor Moon followership? But those doll gatherers out there do. Why is it that they get all the on look, but the folks who do what they call them cosplay or clove play as cells don't get any on look? Why is that? I don't know. And you're like, why is my one hand stretched like this and the other hand like that? Because when Bandai or Irwin made me, they had a staff, and the one hand went out to hold the staff, and the other hand was just down. Where's the necklace at? Irwin or Bandai never made a necklace for my big offshoot, which I didn't get until June the 12th of last year. Well, I gotta be going now, Sailor Moon. I gotta go back to the Dark Kingdom. Well, not the Dark Kingdom anymore. Well, time to read some of the things in my shout out box or whatever you like to call this. Hey, what's going on? I think that's cool. Well, thank you. Hello. Well, thank you everyone for what we're saying. So I know that the shout out box isn't anything that cool. And yeah, it's not like, the mates where they get the over shout out box where someone can give them gald to back them up in their business or whatever. Yeah, Twitch seems to think they're so cool. Look, I'm doing live streams. But hey, you can do live streams on YouTube right now. So, yeah. You're not in anything outstanding, Twitch. Everyone who thinks Twitch is so cool, look, I can do live streams, but hey, I can do live streams on YouTube too. So don't say how cool it is. They'll say, oh, well, you can't get any gouge from that. Yeah, if you're a YouTube mate, you can. So don't go there and say that. Well, So anyway, we're going to have someone else come on my YouTube live stream. I wish I could have, if I have more time, I could probably offshoot others into my YouTube live stream, but all right. Hey, Tuxedo Mask. Hi, Sailor Moon. Hi, Darian. Hi, Serena. Well, you're doing another YouTube live stream. Yeah, I am doing another YouTube live stream. Well, that's good to know. Hey, how's everyone doing? Everyone's doing all right. We're all doing great. Well, we're doing as great as Irwin dolls can do. So we understand, and we're going to take a little sidetrack here. You know how there are folks who love all kinds of other drawing shows, live drawing shows, or drawing films out there? Well, some folks out there happen to like more than one. And Sailor Moon, you know what I'm talking about. So you told everyone that you like Pokemon at one time. And Pokemon was put into English the first time by the folks at Four Kids did the first English work of Pokemon. I don't know who does the English work for it now, but the one you're speaking of, the one you started watching years ago, that was the one that was on WB, I think, or UPN. That was the 4Kids English work of it. And it's sad to know, and I think Viz got the rights to do the other English work of the Pokemon show too. But anyway, that's sad to hear that there are folks out there giving you a hard time for liking Pokemon. Well, you know what? I just say forget about them. If they can't handle you liking more than one show, then that's too bad. I mean, I told you I like Sailor Moon and Power Rangers. Is anyone going to get mad over me? I hope not. Yeah, it's just there's folks out there who, for whatever grounds, they just don't like you being a Pokemon follower. Why? I don't know, but I wouldn't care about them. You know, if you want to, shift your YouTube fairway over to Pokemon and go as Ashley, well, that's good for you. That's great. You know, just hope that I just hope that I hope that everyone can understand why you're doing this and give you the onlook for doing it. All right? Even though sometimes I think Gizmo from Gremlins might be a Pokemon or whatever the English word for these beings are. I don't know. Yep. I'm good. What else we got here? It said, hello, live stream, thumbs up. That's all right, Sailor Moon, about that. I'm good. I still like Pokemon. Yeah, 4Kids did the first work of it. Why we had to bring that up is since Sailor Moon, or he might be shifting himself over to actually whoever from Pokemon, said that he didn't know what he was going to do. He said when he told folks that he might shift his YouTube fairway over to Pokemon stuff, he was met with hate. And I don't understand where it all came from. You know, we got a YouTube fairway for Sailor Moon. We got one for Power Rangers or My Keepers. We got a Jordan one, a TF1, a Xena one. You know, I don't know. I guess it's the same kind of hate that Dwayne used to get back in the day on YouTube, starting from 2008 YL till 23rd between 23rd between YL, over being on YouTube and liking Sailor Moon. And what did he do to get this hate? Nothing. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. It says, hello, how is Sailor Earth doing? How is Ernest P. Worrell, Sailor Earth, doing? He's doing well. Thanks for asking. Well, Darian, one thing we don't have to worry about is you never flew in a starship. No, Renaissance Atlantic did. And that you throw a white rose and land a Renaissance Atlantic Sailor Moon, but in Deke and Cloverway and Viz and Toei's Sailor Moon, you throw a red rose. Yep, there's only two kind of roses out there, red and white. But it's not completely a lie, because the Moonlight Knight used to throw red roses to throw white roses. So it's not like they didn't follow. It wasn't like they offshooted something that wasn't being done in our show. And if Renaissance Atlantic and Toon Makers could afford to keep doing the show beyond that one following, they would have offshooted more things from all the 5 followings of Sailor Moon. They would have had to keep the Saga and Tail going. So a lot of folks out there, used to give hate to that Sailor Moon, but that Sailor Moon now is getting love because no one ever saw it before. And I never saw it before either. Well, you're right, Tuxedo Master. You're right, Darian. A lot of folks out there never saw Renaissance Atlantic or New Birth, EC, Glee, Sailor Moon. So the only ones they could really scathe or hate would be the Deacon Cloverway Sailor Moon. Before that, Mimi's doing all right. I don't know if you can hear her barking right now, but Mimi's doing all right. Yeah. And I know it's going to be all right. So what else do we got to do right here? All right. So anyway, so yeah. So we did talk about a lot of things here. I did have Queen Beryl come on. Now I have Tuxedo Mask on here. And how long am I going to do this YouTube live stream for? I don't know. Someone else will have to come on soon. Someone asked me one time, "Oh, you should do a film and show all your Irwin and Bandai Sailor Moon dolls." Yeah, well, I guess I could do that one day, but it'd be a really, truly long film to show all of them. Shit. Well, the one I want is the one that fell down. I guess it worked out. You know? But I don't have every Irwin or Bandai one ever made. My my goal is to get Sailor Saturn and get Kingling Diamond and Emerald. But even then, I think it's still gonna. Even then, I think even after I get those free, there's still gonna be still more Irwin and Bandai ones that I still haven't gotten. And I know these days everyone's into the squeeze dolls, or they're into the big ones where you got to put them together and put all their clothing on them and, and dry them up and all that stuff. That seems to be like too much work. And those ones are worth way too much, even on Amazon, eBay. And all the Sailor Moon dolls you see here, a lot of them came from Amazon. Well, Sailor Neptune was from eBay. Queen Beryl was from Omen Boy, which got it from eBay. Sailor Mini Moon came from a website which called Anime Toys or Live Drawing Film Toys, which is not around anymore. I've been a follower of God and Jesus for years. Yeah. Hey, Sailor Mercury. Amy. Oh, hi. I know you're doing a YouTube live stream. Yeah, no one told me I was doing a YouTube live stream. Hey, here's one little thing I'm going to ask you about that. Yes. What are you going to ask me about? So, what do you think about, WWE and all that? What do I think about it? About their new Yield show, Clash at the Castle, or Strike at the Stronghold? It's going to be a good show, and I think Sailor Venus is going to be the one that ends up talking about it on that day. Well, thank you. And a lot of folks seem to have this belief there's a folklore behind Sailor Mercury. Amy. The folklore is that how Billy from the Power Rangers and Might Keepers was blue and was highly wise, is that they have a belief that Han Javon one day, when he had a business over in Dawnland happened to learn about all the shows that Toei was doing, and Siobhan was hoping to get a deal that they could offshoot these shows, and somehow happened to see Sailor Moon and said, "So they got someone called Amy. Great. Well, we need someone like Amy. We'll call him Billy Corson, I think, or Carson, whatever. And he'll be highly wise, and when he shapeshift, he'll become blue." I just think it was. I think it's just something that happens. It's not like Han Siobhan and Naiko Takiguchi offshooted highly wise folks who shapeshift into blue Sailor Moon. I just think it happened. It wasn't like one offshooted from the other. It is what it is, Yeah. So at the end of the day, do you think there are folks out there who hold on, I think there might be something wrong with one of my gloves. There we go. Well, yeah. It said Helios goes, "Yo, hi Helios. Hi, the keeper of the golden crystal and overseer, overwatcher of the Isium. Isium. Yeah, that's who he's offshooting from, you know. Which, if I'm thinking of it, they never made a doll of him. No, Helios never got a doll. He showed up in the fourth following a Sailor Moon, but he never got a doll. Well, that's sad. And there's so many other Sailor Moon cells that Irwin and Bandai never made dolls off of. Oh, unless you talk about what they did over in Dawnland, and there might be a whole bunch of dolls. You know, it's good to see that your film is fun. Well, thank you. So yeah, as you know, on our YouTube fairway, we're still fighting the team of bad behavior, the Witches 5, which this time it was Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, and then it was Natalia Neidhart. It was Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair and Natalia Neidhart and Carmella. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. No, you're wrong. First, it was Eva Marie, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Natalia Neidhart, and Carmella. Those were the new Witches 5. Yeah. Oh, hi, Omen Boy. Those were the new Witches 5. And speaking about folks, speaking about Sailor Moon dolls that we may never ever get. Yeah, like Saturn and Diamond and Emerald, which we have seen them on eBay, and they're worth a lot. But Diamond and Emerald are worth less than Saturn is. But one day we hope to get Sailor Saturn, either the Irwin or Bandai one, or to get Emerald and Diamond one day. And someone might say, "Oh, is that going to be that once you get them, are you going to have all? Is that going to be all of them?" I don't know, unless there's some other Sailor Moon dolls that Irwin and Bandai made that we don't know about. But I guess that must be all of them. Yeah, some soaps say they're a Sailor Moon. Yeah, yeah. Well, I gotta be going now. You gotta be going now? Yes, I do. And just to let you all know, that Folks always talk about how when you buy stuff from eBay, sometimes you don't get everything with it. Well, when you get some from Amazon, you don't always get something with it. Sailor Mercury Amy, that offshoot, she has no underwear. Someone from Amazon, some seller from Amazon back in 2009, back in 2009, while either kept the underwear or lost it. So, yeah. Oh, don't want that. I don't know why I said that for, but the grounds to why I said that was that a lot of folks seem to think that sellers from eBay are either forgetting things or losing things or keeping things when they sell stuff. Sometimes folks from Amazon, the sellers on Amazon, sometimes do the same thing too. Now I'm gonna go put her back, and I guess we might have to end the film soon. All right. And some folks always have this belief. Well, it says, I can't do that. Thank you. Some folks say, hi, Sailor Moon, and it writes down the name, but I can't do that. Well, yeah. I am hoping that one day that I get the Saturn doll, the Irwin or Bandai one. I get Emerald and I get Diamond. And at the end of the day, that should offshoot all the Irwin and Bandai dolls, at least the big ones that were made. That's not including the keychain ones, which are small. That's not including the 6-inch ones, which are probably more harder to seat than the other ones. It said, I hope you get read well again. Bidwell again. Well, sadly, that's probably never going to happen. Oh, no. So let me guess, Sailor Moon. Let me guess, Serena. You choosing to end a YouTube live stream now, and you didn't have me on it. Look, I'm sorry, Sailor Mars. I'm sorry, Ray. But at least you're more kinder to me in the Deacon Cloverway offshoot than you are in the Viz offshoot. What do you mean I'm more kinder to you in the Deacon and Cloverway offshoot than I am in the Viz one? On the Viz one, you're more meaner and say a lot more harmful things than you say in the Deacon Cloverway one. Yeah, that's what I don't get. Yeah, I know when I first met you, I didn't think highly of you, but I knew I was wrong. And sometimes I picked on you and stuff, but I didn't say all the really mean things that the other Ray said. And we're talking about the other Ray. We're talking about the Ray from Viz and Toei, the one that spells her name Rae instead of spelling it Raye. Well, anyway, oh, my hair. Shit. Anyway, that's all the time we got here. Oh, thanks a lot, Sailor Moon. Now you're choosing to end the YouTube live stream now when I showed up. Well, I'm sorry. You're sorry, huh? You could have had me on first. But no, you had to have Queen Beryl on and Tuxedo Mask and Sailor Mercury on. You couldn't have me on, right? Look, I'm sorry I didn't have you on right away. Yeah, and you're not going to end the YouTube live stream because you pulled me out and now you're getting bored. That's not fair to me. Well, if you would have showed up first, I would have put you on first. Yeah, sometimes you still are a meatball head, even after all these years. You know what? This is why I didn't want to bring you on my YouTube live stream, because I knew you were going to start a fight with me. You're the one to start fights with me all the time. Yeah, because you're always being mean to me all the time, putting me down. I'm not mean to you all the time, Sailor Moon. But I don't like it when you bring me on a YouTube live stream and then you say, oh, I'm done with the YouTube live stream now. Sorry, I had to blow all the time with everyone else. Well, look, Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Venus, Sailor Minimoon, Sailor Saturn, Sailor Uranus, Sailor Neptune, I mean Sailor Earth, aren't going to be on the YouTube live stream. Neither is Tomo or Carrie Knight or Rubius or Wicked Lady. And you don't see, and none of them are going to get irked over it. Yeah, you're right. Before we end this YouTube live stream, some folks want to say, why do we fight so much? I don't know. Because I thought Sailor Moon was childish, that she was a soft baby, she was a ditz and a klutz, and I didn't think highly on her. So that's why I fight with her a lot in the beginning, but not so much anymore. Well, we're going to end this YouTube live stream now. Thanks for nothing. All right, everyone. I want to say thank you for coming on my YouTube live stream. And I'll see. And if you like this film, then follow me over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the last film I made this morning over here, where Sailor Earth Ernest. And I'm Sailor Moon Serena. I'll see you later. Bye.